Hello, everyone. RPG Kingdom Kid here, back with some more, back with another live stream of Final Fantasy 14 Heaven's Sword. How are you doing today? I can't wait. I'll be honest, I'm excited for this. Well, actually, why am I saying it like that? I love streaming for you guys. I do. I really do. I really do love streaming for you guys. And I love doing it, especially with this game, because this game's fun as hell. And I enjoy it a lot. I enjoy it a lot. Hold on, I'm trying to figure something out. I'm hearing like a static thing. Give me a second here. Okay, I think it's better. So, sorry about that, guys. But anyway, yeah, I'm back to streaming, and I hope you guys enjoy. So, yeah. But anyway, guys, as y'all know, I stream on Saturdays, and I'm going to try to get back into streaming on Wednesdays. I'm going to try to get back to streaming on Wednesday. So, I hope to do that this upcoming Wednesday. And I hope you guys are looking forward to my return on streaming on Wednesdays. So, yeah. But anyway, guys, I live stream on Saturdays, and like I said, I'll be trying to get back to Wednesdays at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. So I hope you guys enjoy that. Or I hope you guys enjoy it. And of course, guys, I release videos every single day at 11 a.m. and 1 p.m. Central Standard Time, or earlier and later, depending on if it's a day that I am streaming. So, Bug Snacks came out earlier today, and then Bug Snacks came out earlier today, and we wrapped up Astro's Playroom yesterday. The final part came out yesterday. If you guys had not had a chance to check that out, please go check that out. And then I'm gonna have a demo video come out. Not a demo, but they released the demo for Resident Evil Village on Thursday. So I did a video on that. That will be coming out today at the end at 2 p.m. Central Standard Time. If you haven't if you have not yet if this is obviously, if you guys are watching this after I streamed, so but yes, that's will be coming out today. But if you guys are watching this after it's streamed, then obviously, hey, go check it out, please. But we'll have a new LP starting on Sunday at the 1 p.m. slot, which I'm excited for that, and I hope you guys are too. It's a game that I'll be honest, I really wanted to play for a long time, and just like I hope everyone like enjoys the LP at the very least. So that's all I'm gonna say about that. But anyway, we're going to continue on with the story here. There's a rebellion type thing going on or something. I honestly don't remember. Let's see here. The other refugees are hiding in the cabin south of Lost Hope, but to approach them would be fruitless. They would sooner call us agents of the Sultan and try to kill us than this is the reason, where the twins might even design to do the deed themselves. A pox on all bloody sellswords. They were supposed to train us to fight, but the ones he sent with us vanished during the struggle. Oh, if only he had never listened to that merchant's ridiculous claims. He said our cause was righteous and and the good gods would never suffer us to be defeated. Though if they were forced to confront reality, that's it. Challenge the twins to combat and show my brethren that the strongest warriors are no match for one man. Mayhap then they will agree to lay down their arms and renounce this plot. I don't think that will work, but sure. I like the hotbar, but boy, how I really wish there was more. Like more things than just like the 8 on each one. Seven Hills, they found us. Everyone grab your gear and make for the rendezvous point. Well, that's your game, is it? Sorry to disappoint you, lad, but you're more than willing to kill you ourselves. Oh shit, I am low on health. Fuck! I think what fucked me was me doing my whole focusing them on me type thing. Of course, fuck, I probably have to do all that fight again. God damn it. I think what I should really do once I'm done with the stream is I'm gonna go and do the Embrace the Beast mission. And I'm gonna try to I'm gonna like find ways to increase my level as much as I can, because I feel and honestly, like, even though like I'm at 52 on these levels, these missions are for, like, you know, level level 50 and such. So it's like it's at the right. I'm at the right level for this, but for some reason I still feel like I'm way too underpowered for it. So. Or underleveled. Now it's going a lot better. Yeah, I think I should like never. I should only save that the area of effect move, the overpower move when I'm in a party. Yeah, I'm gonna draw a lot of aggro with that, and it's definitely helpful if I have people healing me for it. You beat him like it was nothing. The Almighty. What are we gonna do now? Okay. You've returned. Did you find my brethren? What of the twins? What happened? See, well, you had no choice. Better than a handful of them to make a beam from you than for the lot to get butchered by the flames. Tell me, what did the merchant have to say when it was over? Huh? But where else would he be? Unless he went to Stone Sword to recruit others. Oh boy. Alrighty. The merchant wished to approach the refugees' snowshore, but was waiting until the flames withdrew their forces from the Vinci. Now that they have, there's nothing to stop them from continuing his work. How many more must perish in pursuit of this futile cause? How much more suffering must we endure before it ends? Find him, convince him to cease his mad quest. It will surely lead us to ruin. Hi, poor little child.
Have you seen my parents?
I have not.
They told me to stay here with the others. They said to be back soon, but it's been days. They left with the man from Ulda. The man said they were going to change everything. Make it so we could live inside the walls with everyone else. I liked it when he said that. I didn't like it when he talked about making the rich people pay. Everyone looked so angry and I got scared. Say, mister, are you looking for someone?
Looking for a merchant.
I mean, the man who left with my parents, but I don't know where he... Wait, look, over there, I think that's him.
Well now, which of these gullible fools shall be my next victim? Hi, asshole. You! I...
Scan away, come up here, mister.
Right. Oh, that's a teleport. Okay. I'm debating maybe on this hotbar I replace either one, like the teleport or something. Like, the auto attack should like always happen, right? It's not something that should like be hitting every single time, right? Hey, asshole. You again? Why are you pursuing me? Sedation, treason, revolution. That's preposterous. Who has filled your head with these lies? Refugees? The self-same refugees who terrorize the streets of Ulda. Ha. You have no evidence to prove your accusation. None. I mean, you ran from me. No, I will not accompany you to All Flames. You have no right to detain me. For the sake of argument, let's say I did do the things you claim. Surely you don't think I gave querns arsons about politics. It was business, only business. Both know I'm not the one you want. If you've agreed to protect me, I swear I shall tell you everything. Oh. What's all this commotion? 7 hells! Tell the others to spread out and search the area. The killer may still be close. Well, I'm glad they didn't automatically assume it was me that did it. Well, adventurer, I'd like to know your relationship with the victim, as well as the events leading up to his death. This man was responsible for the recent riots. Mayhap we owe his murderer a debt of gratitude. In any case, it is obvious you are not the one whom we seek. You may carry on with your investigation, Scion. Second here, I need to open up the menu, my computer again. Okay, sorry about that. Wow. Oh, people. Oh, blacksmith levels. It's news, Andy. Where's the merchant? He dead. Murdered! Damn it all, system hells. He was not simply murdered, Andy. He was silenced. Humane knew his face and he was ready to divulge his secrets. Do not despair, though. We may be close to identify true Architectus Baba. Alright. The Flame General left word that you were to proceed to the Fragrant Chamber as soon as you return. We wish to discuss your recent discoveries as well as the result of your own investigation. Master Alvenhoon has already been informed and should be waiting for you outside. Pray proceed to the royal prominence with all haste and speak with Bartholomew. Okay. Okay, just want to be sure that that was where I thought it was, so. Bum, ba, ba, bum, bum. If I'm expecting this, please from the inside.
Commander Swift has kept us apprised of your recent activities. You've made great strides towards quelling the violence.
Despite our best efforts to determine what provoked this uprising, the truth continues to elude us. Have you uncovered aught which might shed some light on the mystery?
This information does not leave this room. The Syndicate's decision to reject the Doman refugees' appeal for asylum had lasting repercussions. A number of those displaced by the calamity claimed it was proof of a policy of discrimination. Together with a group of Alamegan refugees, they organized a series of demonstrations to protest against the Sultanate. Demonstrations which became heated, but did not descend into violence. Until a certain incident served as a call to arms.
A unit of brass blades sent to supervise a demonstration loosed arrows upon unarmed protesters. It was this atrocity which prompted the refugees to take up arms. I need not tell you what followed.
Yeah.
We assumed at first that the attack was born of a miscommunication. When emotions run high, they happen. But suspicions were raised regarding the unit's commanding officer, whom I ordered interrogated. Sure enough, our fears were soon confirmed. The dog confessed that a merchant had offered him coin to give the order. A merchant in the employ of Teleji Adeleji.
Teleji Adeleji. But he spoke in favor of the Doman's cause, and has ever seemed sympathetic towards the refugees' plight. Why would he do such a thing?
Know
it
you
was
of the
bro,
Cartano
dude.
Reclamation Bill? It is a proposal to annex the Cartano Flats so that refugees may establish permanent settlements.
When last I looked, that was disputed territory.
Aye. Some might even call it a battlefield.
Politics.
The destruction wrought by Bahamut was greatest at the Cartano Flats. That much is common knowledge. What is less well known is that his rampage laid bare ancient Alagon ruins, of which no record existed. There are certain differences of opinion as to how these ruins should be handled, which is why each nation maintains a military presence in the region to this day. Yet differ though we may, we are still allies. Therefore, in the interest of preserving the Eorzean alliance, we have reached an agreement. Any conflict which may arise during the course of military exercises in the region shall have no bearing on relations between our nations. In full knowledge of this delicate state of affairs, Teleji Adeleji proposed the Cartano Reclamation Bill. A shameless, bloody ruse which stands to benefit him in but one conceivable way. If successful, he will gain control over the disputed territory under the guise of assisting in the resettlement effort. And you can be sure he'll build an orphanage next to every Alagon ruin.
That doesn't seem so bad.
The man would threaten the unity of the Eorzean alliance and risk countless lives for personal gain.
Maybe I could be wrong, though. I don't know.
He walks a path all his own, independent of any faction and beholden to none of his fellows on the Syndicate.
By inciting the less fortunate to violence, he hopes to convince others that the Cartono Reclamation Bill is the only viable solution. His sympathy for the plight of the Domans was not but posturing to gain credibility with the refugees. Of that there can be no doubt.
Yeah.
Forgive me, but what could possibly motivate Teleji Adeleji to go to such lengths? What is so special about these ruins that he would risk his position on the Syndicate, and, most likely, charges of treason against the Sultanate?
Omega.
Pardon?
Omega weapon, huh?
Polygon monstrosity, not unlike the Ultima weapon. Mayhap larger, we know not. It has yet to be fully excavated. Olagon inscriptions indicate that it was created to fell Bahamut himself. If accurate, it might explain why Nail Van Darnus chose to bring the Red Moon down upon the Cartono Flats. Given the ends he went to ensure Eorzea's annihilation, destroying the one weapon which could stay the Elder Primal may well have seemed like good sense.
When first I bore witness to the power of the Ultima weapon, I doubted the evidence of my senses. And now you tell me there is another such weapon. One which could contend with Bahamut. Bahamut!
Aye.
Bahamut.
We were skeptical ourselves. Truth be told, until the Ultima weapon's existence came to light, we thought the inscription had been mistranslated.
At present, Omega is more akin to a fossil than a tool of war, having long since ceased to function. As such, its true potential cannot accurately be gauged.
Oh, that's lovely. That's always
However,
the best.
if someone were to restore it, as the Garleans did the Ultima weapon, I have little doubt that he would wield untold power.
Power enough to subjugate Uldar like as not, and the rest of Eorzea besides, which is doubtless why Teleji Adeleji yearns to have it.
Teleji.
That he should aspire to world domination. He who has ever walked 2 paces behind Lord Lolorito in matters of commerce.
'Tis in acknowledgement of his own limitations that he seeks this power. Woe betide us all should we allow him to have it.
Yeah, we probably shouldn't allow him to have it then.
Pray waste no time chasing rats. Only a fool would believe that secrets can be kept in Uldar.
It would seem the implications of the Sultanate's refugee problem are rather more far-reaching than we assumed.
Oh, hi there. I should be glad to know the truth, and yet the thought that all this chaos was the product of one man's lust for power sickens me. How long do you think they intend to hide the existence of Omega from the Scions? If they even felt the need to do so is more troubling. It would be in our best interest to learn more of the military activities in the dispute territories. You are, of course, the Scion best suited to this task, because literally you're the only one that does anything. Bright Vidal, do take a moment to visit the Anders Nest and make inquiries at the earliest available opportunity. Be gone, whelp! This is no place for children! I'm sorry.
I was looking for you, mister. You said you were looking for the man who left with my parents.
You know this girl?
Yeah?
So he visited Stone's Through as well. I see.
Did you find the man? Were my parents with him?
They were not, I am afraid. However, I can think of several places they might be. If you like, we can go and look for them together.
Really? You'll help me look, mister?
Of course, but first, I must needs finish speaking with my friend. He's telling me a secret, you see, so no one else is allowed to listen. Maybe you could wait for me by the pillar over there. We are crowd at a moment.
Okay, mister, I'll be waiting.
I'll take her to the quicksand. Mayhap Momodi will know what to do. Legion of Garleans, an Aether starved primal. Even dealing with an Estian would be preferable to this charade. Sometimes I fear Minfilia is too ambitious. We rush hither and yawn in response to threats as they arrive, without concern for the strain it places on our limited resources and ourselves. Mayhap the time has come for a change.
Excuse me? Hello, this is Minfilia. Are you talking about some fucking Usurp?
Andy, this is Minfilia. I know this is sudden, but I must ask you to return to the Reverend's Toll with all due haste. The situation in Tweleswood has taken a turn for the worse. I will explain in detail once you arrive. Tweleswood, the primal threat she spoke of before has been confirmed. I received no reports of Ilixia activity, which leaves the Sylphs? Go, Andy. You know as well as I that the appearance of a primal takes precedence over all else. Oh, and when you arrive, do inform the As Sentient that while I am grateful for her concern, she didn't need fear for my safety. I am more than capable of protecting myself. Oh boy, we'll be going to a dungeons. Oh, well. What happened? Okay. So, okay. We still don't know if Final Fantasy 16 will be coming out this year. Oh, that also reminds me, they're going to do a showcase of Final Fantasy 14 on the 5th. Which my guess is they're going to show the new expansion, because Shadowbringers did end just a few while ago. So, yeah, new expansion. If it's a new expansion, I'm not going to buy it right away. I'm going to wait until I'm at least caught up to where we're at the end of this current thing first before I pay that. It's a relief to see you healthy and hearty, Andy. The latest news from Ulda was most disturbing.
Well, we have more disturbing news.
Clearly the only injured outfit who suffered was his ego. That'll still heal ere long. The other stands will need to be present for this meeting. If you are ready to begin, I will summon them now. Oh no, fuck.
Don't know why I hit declined on that.
Lord of Levin, which I believe, is that supposed to be, Ramuh? Because we never fought Ramuh, but he showed up. Or he was talked about. Yeah, I think Ramuh is like the only quote-unquote primal that we have not fought yet. Thank you for responding to my call with such haste. Rest assured, I should not have summoned you were not urgent. To business then. I received some most disturbing news from the Order of the Twin Adda. They have reason to believe that the Sylphs may have called forth their reverend guardian, the primal Ramuh. Ramuh. I'm sorry, may I have? Then it is not certain. The other seats here informs us that the elementals themselves murmur of the Lord of Levin's return to the forest. The Sylphlands, however, display no signs of undue commotion. Forgive me, Ascendant, but the fact need not contradict the Elemental's testimony. Unlike his most malicious compeers, Garuda and so on, Ramuh is reputed to act only in the defense of his children. I imagine he would soon make his presence known if they were foolish enough to directly endanger the Sylphs or their territory. The abruptness of this development concerns me. Were we not keeping a close watch on the touched ones and their movements? If preparations for a summoning ritual were indeed underway, 'twould surely not have escaped your notice. Oh, it didn't. I was pretty sure it was going to happen, just not this soon. I beg your pardon? You foresaw this eventuality and did not to prevent it? Well, duh! None of us can do shit. Only the playable character does. I told Pablomino I suppose I could have reported things to Minfilia earlier, but there honestly wasn't much we could do except wait and see. You know how the Sylphs feel about people poking around in their territory? They already summoned Ramuh once right after the calamity, but that was because the Garulinians kept trampling through the forest. And so long as Castrian and Orsian stands, the Sylphs could not be blamed for wishing to have their guardian deity on hand. In short, Yada and I are in agreement. The actions of the forest folk were inevitable and unavoidable. And I mentioned the observation. And I maintain the observation would have remained the best policy had it not been for the sudden influx of strangers in the Black Shroud. That, alas, we did not foresee. But by all accounts, the recent violence in Ul'dah drove the numbers of refugees to seek safety under the concealing canopy of the trees. 'Tis all that the Sylphs preserved their panicked migration as yet another invasion, and quickened their efforts to summon their god. I am put to mind of Titan and the Kobolds. Once again, it is the effects of men which have paved the way for a primal's coming. Indeed, one cannot help but wonder what manner of place Eorzea would be without the civilizing influence of mankind. But that, as it may, this regrettable development does not afford us a unique opportunity. Though your dealings with the Sylphs of Little Solstice, you once succeed in preventing an untimely conflict with Grindania. I wonder, might one who was treated with the Sylphs so fruitfully in the past not achieve similar success with their patron deity? If Ramuh can be convinced of our intentions, it may be the first step to breaking the cycle of primal summoning. Found hope. Was such a thing possible, we would not have been at war with the beastmen since time immemorial. But maybe this time we can. Let us continue this discussion anon. We must needs first consult with the nation most affected by Ramuh's presence. The other CTR has requested personal involvement, Ande. Pray report to Commander Halux at the Anders Nest as soon as you are able. See yourself for the worst. While I hope for a peaceful resolution to this matter, experience suggests that your meeting with the Lord of Levin will prove less than amicable. In such an effort, your fellow Scions will of course lead you whatever support you require, which will be none because we fucking suck. Like, seriously, none of these guys have done jack shit. Why does the teleport take so damn long to come back? And it fucking sucks that, like, if I... Or not the teleport, the return. And if I did, you know, in all honesty, that's what I should do. I should swap that return for the Chocobo so that I don't have to keep doing that. Over and over. need to do this shit too at some point. Private, your arrival has been most anticipated. The appearance of a primal has ever caused for alarm and unease. Though my men stand ready for any eventuality, I know of none more qualified than you to snuff out this threat. Indeed, I would have you do so without delay. The elder seats here, however, would speak with you first. She is of the opinion that your diplomatic, rather than material, skill may better serve our cause. I will leave further explanation to our learned leader. Pray make your way to Nophex Alta to conjure the conjurer in attendance will admit you to the lotus stand. Yeah, Conjurer's Guild, okay. Lord of Levin. Pizza Daddy. The other sounds are already there because they didn't need to report. So you can fuck right off. Fuck. Oh, come on. Let me be disrespectful. Fuck you.
Scions of the Seventh Dawn, on behalf of the people of Gridania, I bid you welcome. Your presence is of great comfort to us all in these days of uncertainty. I summoned you here to share tidings of a most urgent nature. But a short while ago, the great elemental spoke, and his voice was clarion in its intensity. Ramuh is returned unto the forest. Scarce had his words ceased to echo in mine ears when we were visited by an emissary from Little Solace.
Hi, it's me.
Our guest informs us that the sylphs too have sensed the presence of the Lord of Levin.
Levin.
Though his exact whereabouts remain unknown, we may safely assume that the primal was summoned within the heart of the Sylphlands. Unlike the other primals you have encountered, Lord Ramuh is no raging avatar of destruction. He is revered as much for his wisdom as his strength, serving as both arbiter and guardian to his children. Given that we and the Sylphs found a way to share the Twelves Wood, it is my hope that this sagely immortal will be amenable to reason, and that conflict may be avoided.
One can hope.
Blessed as you are with the power of the Echo, you are one of the few among us who may commune with a primal without fear of influence. I would ask, therefore, that you
Yes, I know this is the reason
represent us
why
in this
the other
most
signs can't do
delicate
shit, because I have the Echo and
negotiations.
only Minfilia does, but still, come on.
The Twelves Wood has suffered enough. Upon this, we and the Sylphs, and I would venture Lord Ramuh himself, are in perfect accord. Let us not endanger our shared home by engaging in unnecessary hostilities.
I'm okay with that.
Dear friend, I beseech you, safeguard the peace which exists between our peoples.
Boy, I'll try. Ah, that thing's cute.
You have my thanks. Pray make for Little Solace, then. A member of the Order of the Twin Adder awaits you there. He will advise you on how to find the Lord of Levin.
Okay.
And a cool wind blows through the forest.
Oh, jeez, Rick.
Yet, it is not only the 12's wood that flinches at its coming. All the lands of Eorzea shiver in dread anticipation. Have care.
Ah, jeez, Rick.
Yeah, I gotta go do like those level quests and all that other shit too. Maybe that will help me get my character to a higher level. And also doing those 2 quests that are on the side there, which is basically repeat of fighting Ultimate Weapon and repeat of fighting some other thing. But still. Yo, this music's great. Private Dole, I was told to expect you. I understand you go to treat with the primal Ramuh himself. An undeniable task, but one for which I have no doubt you will well suited. I've been told that your fellow Scions are conducting an investigation in the area as we speak. We may ascertain the location where the Lord of Levin might be found. I would ask that you abide here until they return with their findings. And they've returned with their findings. Oh, damn. I was told that the messenger would be sent as soon as your fellow Scions finish their investigations. Do not imagine it will be much longer.
This one returns and returns with good tidings. Wise ones have finished searching and have wisely identified the precise location where the touched one summons Lord Ramun.
The time is impeccable, my fluttering friend. Might you be so kind as to escort this good man to his fellow Scions?
It would be this one's pleasure, Walking One. Please, please come with this one.
Benicio of the New Leaf. Should I do it? Should I open it? Nah. I feel like I should only do these faiths off screen because I want to do the yokai stuff, even though I don't know if that's still going on. But I guess as long as I have a yokai watch, it should still keep going on, shouldn't it? Oh, well, it's not a big deal. Oh, excuse me.
Wise ones have ventured deep within the Silphlands. These ones must proceed carefully and keep an eye out for touch ones.
before and I'll say it again. You cannot deny the Final Fantasy music. Final Fantasy, Kingdom Hearts, Persona, Yakuza. I will fight a lot of people about the musics of those games. The soundtracks for those games are phenomenal. A good soundtrack to a video game leads it a long way. Like, even Danganronpa has a great soundtrack, too. 13 Sentinels has a fantastic soundtrack. God damn, that OTS is probably one of the best soundtracks of 2020.
This one is most sorry, but this one can go no further. Try too close to Lord Ramuh, and this one made some mean and nasty like touch ones. And so this one must stay farewell for now. Walking, one will find wise ones not far from here to the south. Go in safely, walking one.
Oh, the fate must have disappeared. I was like, there's a fate. Before I do anything. There we are. I feel like I definitely need to get like better armor. So it's actually you. I'm relieved. For a moment, I thought we were dealing with another one of those confounded tricksters. I swear, with them wreaking havoc with the skin-changing magic, it's a wonder I was able to finish task taking my measurements. Yet it was quite the ordeal. You should have seen the look on your starlet's face when the one impersonating you suddenly showed up. It's quite enough, Paplamino. And my apologies. It's not like me to ramble so. At any rate, I was saying I have finished measuring obsidian activity in the area, and I'm pleased to say I've reached an indisputable conclusion. To wit, that Ramuh was called forth in the vicinity of the Sylph's Aetheryte. Commande, the Lord of Levin awaits. What the fuck is this? Do that. You're annoying the shit out of me.
Hopefully. Hello.
Nora betrays thee, servant of hiding.
Hi, Ramuh.
Thou art the bringer of light, bane of Ifrit, Titan, Garuda, and Leviathan.
Yeah, I killed all
I am
those dudes.
Ramuh, guardian of the children of the forest. Thou tramplest upon sacred soil, bringer of light. By what right doth man intrude in this sanctuary of the sylphs?
Yada yada yada.
Gridanians proffer peace? Their words are born.
Whoops. Touch
Thou
bad.
speakest of harmony, yet carest not for my children's desires. They did but wish to dwell beneath these boughs in solitude. Yet even that was too much to ask of man. Thus did they turn to me for succor. The sentence I pronounce upon thy kind is just. Redanian or Garlean, it matters not. The good intent of one excuseth not the misdeeds of the other. Thy conflicts have brought naught but anguish and misery unto the forest. All blame doth lie with the darkness that resideth in the breast of man. Whence sprung this calamitous seed? In the beginning no such duality existed. Were light and dark given form when man was born? It would explain much. Not least why strife and sorrow follow ever in thy wake. Thou canst not deny the urgings of thine own nature. Knowing that thy mere presence here portendeth tragedy, wilt thou persist in this pretense of peacemaking?
Eh?
Thou bearest the crystal which I bestowed upon thy wayward charges. That they should entrust so precious a gift to thee. Thou standest apart from thy kin. Thou art the bringer of light, aye. But there is something more in thee.
There's something more.
Very well. I shall consider thy proposal. Shouldst thou survive my trial.
Oh boy.
If thou wouldst champion the cause of harmony, I must have proof that thou art fit to play the role. Wither mine ire, and prove to me thereby that thou hast strength enough to stay the darkness which threateneth to consume thee. Yet if thou shouldst be found wanting, know that all men shall perish in the storm of my judgment.
Come to me, bringer of light. I shall await thee on the field of battle.
Urianger, it is rare indeed to find you so far from a tome.
When did you show up?
The Lord of Levin himself. Never till this day had I looked upon his visage, save in painted renderings made faint by time. Ever shall this scene remain etched in my mind's eye. Beg pardon, my lady. I must beg thine aid on a point of research. If thou art resolved to face Lord Ramuh, I would ask thy leave to observe the event.
The striking thunder! You motherfucker. Alright, time to wait. Alright, let me look at... Let's see, we're already like an hour and 15 minutes into this stream. Okay. Probably a little less, since I will most likely cut out some stuff out, so... But I still want to see where we are. There we are. Okay. So, we're like halfway through this one. And we'll definitely be able to finish off this a little mission. And then of course the next one will be Dreams of Ice. And then Before the Fall, part 1, and then part 2, and then we'll finally be able to have a sword. So my guess is it's gonna take... Well, it depends on how long it takes me to get this, and then if all the other quests aren't so hard to get. But the next one being called Dreams of Ice, I have a feeling we'll be going up against Shiva, which is another one we have not gone up against. Now that I think about that. So... So yeah. So big sad news today is Larry King's passing, which yeah, that one's a tough one. That one like hurts because Larry King was obviously a big influence on a lot of people, especially those in the same line of field of work that he was a part of, like myself. Of course, like I remember when I was younger, watching it with my dad, watching Larry King every now and then because my dad watched Larry King, so he's definitely going to be missed. That's for damn sure. There we go. Come on, dude. Don't be a selfish prick, dude. Come on. You motherfucker. There we go. At least it came up right away. Come on. There we go. Lights party. Pretty sure this is a full party. Yeah, there you are, full party. I wish there was a way like I could communicate with people not through this. I wish I could do it with like on the companion app or something where I could actually like talk to people via chat and all that stuff. I'm going to double check to see if I can't. Oh, that guy found out I was going after the elf. Get away. I think he. Got him. Got him. I should really look up, like, if there's a way I can chat using this thing or not.
I have taken thy measure, bringer of light. And I judge thee a worthy champion. The task of excising the sin that hath taken root in man's heart is thine. Shrink not from employing thy strength in service to the forest and the wider realm beyond. Like hungering shadows do the enemies of harmony gather, and meekness will but feed them. If man is to be delivered from the dark, it shall be by thy guiding light alone. Stray not from the path, for if thou dost, thy people shall be truly lost.
Thou hast slain the Lord of Levin. A regrettable act, but a necessary one. In witnessing thy struggle, a truth hath been revealed unto me. If I mistake not, it may yet prove a chink in the eternal armor of the Assyrians. But let us conclude our present business. I shall expound upon my findings at the Rising Stones anon.
Okay. Okay. I wish there was a way, like, I could, like, is there a way I could just chat through my phone on Final Fantasy 14 here? Fortunately, I'm not really finding any good solutions, or any at all, so. That'd be really nice to have, especially for those kinds of things. Private Dole, you have returned. Dare I ask how Ramuh received your visit? Well, we fought. Challenged you to a test of arms. Is it well then that you have some experience in such matters? Peoples of both Grindalia and Little Solstice will be relieved to hear that the Lord of Levin-Final accepted you as the forest champion of the feast. You have performed a monumental duty this day, Private Dole. The elder seats here must be informed of your deeds at once. No. The elder seats here will wish to hear of your experience firsthand. Pray return to Grindalia and make directly to the Lotus Stand. The conjurer blah 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 will be expecting you. Farewell, Private Dole. I don't think this will help. So I just having issues. Okay. All right. Oh fuck. Yes, teleport me to the place I was just at. Oh no, it wasn't the place I was just at. It was at the. It was like the next one on the list. They don't have that on there, thank God. Welcome back, 100 Scion. We know of your mission has been most anxious to see your return. The LSC there waits you within. Yeah! Let me go in. Please and thank you.
You are returned to us, dear friend, and none the worse for bearing the heavy burden which I did press upon you. Most glad am I of this. I am informed that your efforts to negotiate a peace with Lord Ramuh ended in conflict. Pray tell me, what befell? Ramuh made trial of you? I fear there is truth to his claim. It is the darkness within us that attracts the darkness without. It cannot be denied that misfortune follows man. For evidence, one need only look to the conflict brewing in Cartano, or to the rising flood of refugees. Our shared struggle against the Empire should have served to seal our union. Yet the ties which bind the Alliance strain under the weight of gross self-interest. As the scars of the calamity begin to fade, so too does our sense of common purpose. Yet now is scarce the time to forget our shared responsibility. If this new-sprung realm is to survive beyond its infancy, it must needs be nurtured by all. Eorzea must be as one. Yet I fear that dream is still far off.
Yeah, most likely.
On behalf of the people of Gridania and the elementals both, I thank you for all that you and your fellow scions have done. Full oft have I been compelled to look to you for aid of late, and offered all too little in return. As leader of this nation, I shall endeavor to prove a more worthy ally to your cause henceforth. Lord Ramuh has departed, yet the keening of this ill wind grows no less insistent. Voices of the forest, pray speak and I shall listen. What unseen evil begets this unease in my heart?
The lead up to Heavensward. That's what. Do I report to Minfilia now? Nope. Probably me, no. Thus ends another daunting mission, eh, Andy? Lord Ramuh can be persuaded with words alone, but nonetheless I can only imagine the atrocities with which you responded to the Primal Sun challenge. And it seems that Uranga too was pleased with the outcome. What say you, Andy? Shall we gather back at the Rising Stone and ponder the lesson of the day? I feel like I should definitely join a different FC, whatever those things are called. I'll be honest, I still don't fully understand the workings of that. That's the one thing I don't fully understand. Everything else about this game I somewhat understand in some shape or another. The FC is the one thing. Now, granted, I think it's fine that I don't really need to... Someone like me is like, I'm not the kind of guy that's like too crazy about this game. I freaking love it. And I love the story. Oh, did I not have this on the entire fight? Oh well. Welcome back, Andy. Word of your momentous encounter with Lord Ramuh precedes you. I would fain share news of mine own, but always discoveries must take precedence. Upon witnessing your defeat of the Lord of Levin, our learned companion was struck with a profound insight regarding the nature of the Ascian's immortality. Let's assemble and discuss his observations together. Okay, pretty lady. I feel like we're missing
If
some.
everyone is ready, let us begin.
No, I feel like we're missing people. Are we not?
The Riange, the floor is yours.
Riange. Don't ever ask me to remember how to pronounce some of these guys' names. Be glad I remember Yasola, because her name's the fucking
its
best.
Final hours as our order's headquarters, the Waking Sands did play host to a most unexpected visitor. I speak of the Ascian clad in white, Elidibus. Unwelcome though his presence was, His words that day did serve to confirm a truth long suspected, that the Ascians are eternal beings, to whom physical destruction is as a temporary inconvenience.
In the intervening time, Urianger and I have striven to discover a means by which the Ascians might more permanently be slain.
And 'tis my belief that we have found the thread that will allow us to unravel the twisted skein of their existence. In the moments prior to Leviathan's most recent manifestation, the Sahagin elder who summoned him was observed to undergo some manner of ascension. The etheric readings taken by Y'shtola at the time of this transfiguration have proven most enlightening.
The disruption to the flow of ether was sudden and dramatic. So tangible was the agitation, I scarce had need of my goggles.
The significance of Y'shtola's readings might better be understood in the context of mine own, taken at the instant of the Lord of Levin's demise. Unlike the Primal, the Sahagin was not subject to etheric dissipation.
Before discussing our new discoveries, it may benefit us all to recall what we know of etheric behavior.
Okay, sure, why not?
Let us begin at what some might call the end. When we who dwell in the material realm die, our spirits dissolve into the flow of ether and are returned to the ethereal realm.
The Livestream.
In turn, the restless energy which suffuses that plane streams back into our world, giving rise to new life.
'Tis as the heavens did decree, the way of all mortal souls. Twixt this world and the next do the ethereal currents swirl, bearing the very essence of life. Thus doth the cycle of birth, death, and rebirth continue unabated.
Now the
Primals
primals.
behave somewhat
Hi,
differently.
Ifrit.
In order to manifest and then maintain a physical presence in this realm, they must consume vast quantities of ether, most often in the form of crystals. Though they may seem to live, their flesh is but ether given shape.
I actually really like this Ifrit design. It's cool.
Thus, a defeated primal leaves behind no broken corpse. Rather, the essence of its form seeps back into the land whence it came, and the energy of its shattered spirit is called back to the ethereal realm.
And there it waiteth, till next the prayers of the faithful do draw it forth from the sea of ether, to take their offering of crystals and make for itself a new body.
Which brings us on to the third group, the so-called immortals. They exist in a manner all their own.
Quite. Even as the Sahagin elder fell to the Admiral's musket shot, I witnessed the release of an ethereal cloud, which immediately took possession of a nearby minion.
A soul that dissipateth not upon the death of the flesh.
The secret of life everlasting, and in the claws of a Sahagin no less. But I wonder, what would happen to one of these obstinate spirits should there be no suitable host for it to claim?
If mortal death entails a return to the ethereal realm, it seems doubtful that the soul of an immortal would venture there.
Nay, it merely withdraweth a distance, unto the shore of the ethereal sea, perchance, but no further.
Yes, it exists in neither this realm nor the next, abiding instead in the space that lies between them. The Ascians took control of Thancred by means of a crystal of darkness, an artifact which, if our theories are correct, serves as a gateway to the place I have just described.
I was hoping people had forgotten about that.
I am sorry, my friend.
For a mercy, the weary road of our research hath brought us unto an answer.
The Sahagin ascended to an immortal state, but he did not possess a crystal of darkness through which to flee this realm. Thus was he consumed by Leviathan. If we could entrap the spirits of defeated Ascians in like manner, and thereby deny them resurrection...
Nice.
Therein lieth the path to victory. Thou art most perceptive, my lady. Only when we have trapped the bodiless soul within an ethereal prison can we hope to defeat its unnatural constancy. Thus might even an eternal paragon be consigned to oblivion.
These feats are, of course, far easier said than done. At present, we lack a viable means to entrap and extinguish an Ascian soul. Yet, I believe it to be possible. The pieces of the puzzle lie before us. We have but to put them together.
Okay.
I will depart at once to convene with the sages of Sharlayan. Together shall we divine the steps by which our goals may be achieved.
I have the utmost faith in you, Archon.
Beg pardon, antecedent, but I would raise one final matter. Even now, a Sharlayan survey party seeketh to ascertain the fate of the students of Baldessian. Their findings shall soon be known to us. Though you harbor feelings of dread, I bid you surrender not to sorrow, but abide instead in hopeful prayer.
Pray to your god,
I
though
shall,
I will
Archon.
not answer.
Thank you.
I think that's one, it's a fucking cheesy line, but it's also kind of cool if it's done correctly. Uh-oh, what's this then? Alright, someone make the meme of Bernie Sanders here. Yeah. The Lord of Levin has returned to the ether as was Leviathan before him. Ramuh's acquaintances was most intriguing. Inferno, Vortex, Craig, Wall, and Levin all have now been humbled by the bringer of light. The limitless potential of Mad, Hidalian's servant, grows mightier by the day. Billions. Yet he presses a great cost to his mistress, whose strength is all too finite. 7 times have the masses served the rejoining, but their souls are growing weak and worn. Yet even as it infuriates, the honor empowers our master. All that remains is the nature, the strength of the gifted to forge the final key. And that is the task to which we bend our every effort. Divine seeds will ever want to quicken in arrows he has future soul. Hey La Habrea, fuck you. You need only lead men to the field, and by their eager hands shall a new deity arise. That which was scattered shall be made anew, and the one true God shall come again. Who is the one true God? Bahamut? Neo Bahamut? Bahamut Zero? Guardian of Arrows, yeah. Alright, tell me what's the hip happening, girl. Now that the matter of Ramuh has, for the present, been put to rest, there's something I would show you, Ande. A piece of paper. It's a letter of thanks signed by the leaders of the Eorzean Alliance, acknowledging the Sound's tireless service to the realm. Okay. It mentions in particular the names of all the defeated primals: Ifrit, Titan, Garuda, Good King Mughal Mag the 12th, may his reign forever be known, Leviathan, and now Ramuh. Needless to say, there's only one among our number to have faced them all. Yo. And though those words of gratitude were addressed to our order as a whole, I feel they were meant for you above all others. Yeah, no shit. I too must offer my heartfelt thanks for all that you have done. In the course of your duties, you have never once failed to answer my call to arms. You are a true hero, Andy, and Eorzea is that much the safer for your presence. Cool. Pray do not misunderstand me. I said safer, not safe. I know only too well that we can ill afford to lower our guard. The Ascians may be riled upon to stroke chaos in this realm until such time as they are forced to stop. Why, even without their encouragement, you may be assured that men would foment strife on his own, and that is to say nothing of the beast tribes. Unless we learn to live in harmony, the primals too will return to plague us again and again and again. And yet, despite all this, your deeds serve to inspire the people, to give them hope for a better tomorrow, and there is no greater gift. That we have the courage to strive for what might otherwise seem an impossible peace, we owe in no small part to the dangers you have faced on our behalf, and the people you have won over to our cause in so doing. Our list of enemies has ever been long, but thanks to the allies with whom we are now blessed. Of the sylphs of Little Solstice, who wish not to conflict. Of the Almamingians and the Dominions who stand with us, determined to halt the dread march of the Empire. And then there are the many unsung individuals who have gathered here in reverence told, honest men and women who seek to employ their skills for the good of all. Of course, when speaking on such great allies, we must not forget those closest to us, by which I mean our fellow scions. Thanks to their many and varied talents, our order is uniquely equipped to combat the far-reaching corruption of the Ascians, and combat it we shall. Your enthusiasm is truly heartwarming as sentient, given our embarrassing wealth of allies. I trust it will not inconvenience you unbridled if I abstain myself for a time. I knew it. Ravenhund, I take it the troubles in Ulda no longer require your attention. Those are yet some ramblings of discontent, but the air of simmering violence is largely dissipated. 'Tis a report such that I stand before you now. And to speak with you concerning the new organization we discussed. I have a message for you from you recall the refugee girl, the one whose parents were missing. They were found unharmed. She wishes me to pass on her thanks to you. Why, Alvinhoon, am I to understand that you made the effort to remember the poor girl's name? I look forward to reading all about her in your report. I do hope you left nothing out. Andy, you may have been away from Reverend's Toll for some time now, I believe. Might I suggest that you put the efforts of the realm to one side for the moment and take this opportunity to reacquaint yourself with the town? Which reminds me, one of the Domin children recently inquired as to your whereabouts. Yozan was his name. I believe he was some small matter he wishes to share with you. Why not oblige with him with a visit? English is the language that I speak, guys. I don't speak it good, but I speak it. Alright. Blah, 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 blah. I just want to be sure, like, the Dreams of Ice mission was story was the last story before it becomes, the before the fall. Oh. Oh, was he in here? Shit. Oh, he was. Hi.
Look, it's Mr. Andy. He's back from his adventures. We heard you were off fighting primals, and that they're some of the strongest enemies you could ever face. I wish I could have seen you in battle. Anyway, we were all want to be heroes too, so we finally formed our very own Dominion Adventures Guild to protect all Dominions. Oh, do you think you could train us today, Master Andy? Maybe you could show us how you fought the primal. What's all this commotion then?
Oh.
Mr. Boulder and Mr. Accountant, did you know that Mr. Andy is back?
So it would seem. Welcome home, Andy. My companion and I but recently became full members of the Scions, and I believe proper introductions have yet to be made.
Really? I feel like I would have been told about this.
I am
known as Honorary Boulder, and this bookish fellow is Counterlet. Though we remain largely unproven as adventurers, we have taken upon ourselves to instruct the Dominion younglings in the arts of combat. I told you, Mr. Boulder, we are not younglings anymore, we are adventurers. And we were just asking Mr. Andy if you could give us some special train. I think we're ready to hunt monsters along him, don't you?
Well, you've certainly been diligent with your drills, but I'm afraid the fiends of Mordorn are still ever so slightly too dangerous for you. I have a counter proposal. What if I were to cross swords with Andy? A demonstration of skill at arms, if you will.
Oh, Ray, if I didn't know you better, and I do, I'd say you were merely seeking to test yourself against a legend.
Ha ha ha, well, mayhaps I am. But that matters But what matters the motive when the children stand to learn so much from the lesson? What say you, Andy? Would you contest the spar with me? Okay.
Hooray, we're to have a tournament. Come on, everyone, we must prepare our gear for an outing.
Wait, what?
Do try not to disappoint them.
Have faith, Counterlet. I shall summon every last ounce of my strength to make of this a worthy contest. The fiends to the east of town should prove suitable for our purpose. I very much look forward to our bout.
Okay, then. Oh, jeez, Rick.
Oh shit, I fucked up. I accidentally scheduled this thing to be streamed yesterday at 6:55 p.m. That was my fault. Okay, it's literally not that far from here. Good of you to agree to this, honey. I trust you're ready to begin. Yeah. I'm sorry, dude. You're gonna get your ass handed to you. Very well. Let's not keep the younglings waiting any longer.
Alright, are you certain you wish to fight him alone?
That is Andy you face.
What better way to test my mettle? Pray allow me to attempt the first round unaided. After all, 'tis the hero's legend that led me to join the Sons to begin with. Without any to inspire my efforts, I would not be half the warrior I am today.
Your point is well made, but remember, this is for the children's sake as well as your own. Should it appear the contest will end too swiftly, I shall add my spells to your blade work. Hello, you haven't begun yet, have you? Oh. Oh. Oh no.
Yada, what are you? Who are these people?
When I heard about your sparring match, I told everyone I could find. Thought you could use a crowd to cheer you on. Yes, and there was still more to come. When I mentioned Andy's name, the reaction was quite enthusiastic. Why my own popularity seems to be a silky shade in comparison. Best claim victory, Bringer of Light. Your Burgundian reputation is at stake.
Well, I teach him won't be beaten so easily. He's a master swordsman, and I'm a master axeman. You can win, Mr. Balder.
Yes, my nose clipping through my armor. We shall soon see. On your guard. Oh, God.
I'm about to wreck this man's whole career.
Oh.
I'm not too down with him anymore. Oh, there we go. GG no re. Shake my hand. Shake my hand.
You have bested me. I yield.
That was incredible. He beat them both at the same time.
I did? Sure, okay. You knew you couldn't lose, Andy. None can defeat the Guardian of Eorzea. Now I see why they sent you to deal with the primals. Much work to do if I'm ever to attempt the same.
Yo, who are these cuties?
Impressive as always, Andy. It's ever a pleasure to witness the spectacle of your material powers. And judging by the smile on these many faces, they too appreciate the hard-won strength that kept the perils of the realm at bay. Guardian of Eorzea. Yes, that's the most fitting title. You recall when we first met. 'Twas at the memorial service of the Battle of Cantanu. Yeah, your sister was there. Where the fuck is your sister? Here's my weekly question to you, Alphenhound. At the time I was yet attempting to understand this land of the Eorzea, I started to grasp the reason why grandfather willingly sacrificed himself to protect it. I shall speak plainly. My initial impressions were less than favorable. The higher problems abounded, and yet the effort I saw expand towards their solution was haphazard and half-heartedly. I thought Eorzea a foolish and childish people. Considering the shambles their home was in, I would not have been surprised if some had chosen to swear allegiance to Gaius and the order he proposed to enforce. The latitude, single-minded material invasion precluded of any such switching of loyalties, of course. Were it not for a desire to continue grandfather's legacy, I would have abandoned the realm to its fate long ago. The threats were too many, the nations too self-involved and unstable. Your sister? It was you who convinced me the salvation of Eorzea was possible. Your sister? It was you who taught me, though countless acts of bravery, that what my Grandshire brought to preserve was not the land, nor its history, nor any single nation, but its people. It was the people, those wonderful, oft infuriating, stubborn people that suffer blow after terrible blow only to drag themselves back to the feet to face another day. Though he never put such feelings into words, I believe grandfather's admiration for this inexcusable courage grew into a fervent wish. A wish to aid Eorzea and its inhabitants in charting a course for the future. A wish that has now become my own. And your sister? I too will endeavor to take upon the mantle of guardian of Eorzea and champion these people who toil towards a better world. Your sister? Our cause, however, is not a simple one. Troubles that plague us are of a scale that cannot be solved by the Sons of the Seventh Dawn alone. No, what is needed to tackle the root of the primal threat and effectively counter the schemes of the Ashians is a new expanded organization that operates beyond the limitations of nations and borders. If you would aid me in building such an organization, then pray let us continue this discussion back within the walls of the Rising Stones. So one thing that I want to point out is this stuff over here. This is what's going on with that with that thing over there. That's what's going on, is all those quests. I thought about doing some of that stuff on screen, but maybe I should just do it all off screen. I mean, it doesn't feel as it's too important that it really warrants it to be an on-screen thing for you guys. I feel majority of these streams are always going to be the actual main story quest, and that's what it should be. And I do everything else off screen, just for myself to like level up, obviously, and such. Granted, that wasn't the case at the beginning. I remember that. Like, obviously, at the beginning, it's like, okay, yeah, let me focus on other stuff, to level up and such, but as I progress and learning that there's a shit, I'm so far behind, like I'm not even in Heaven's Sword yet. I was like, okay, the stream should always be the focus of story, and me doing anything else should be off screen. Now, if anything interesting happens, I'll do my best to remind you guys, like, hey, this is what happened off screen. I did this quest, which actually was pretty good, yada, 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 yada. I really think I need better armor. I really do. The armor's not bad, not by any given imagination, but it's still like, thank you for coming, Andy. The world shifts and alters, and we, my friend, must never be one step ahead of the chaos. Must ever. What I propose is the formation of a new organization, a group that shall pave the way for a truly united Eorzea. Some material here. Savage material, demonstration, tenacity, skill, speed. Recruiting the realm. Pray forgive me if I tread over old ground, but I would first speak to the grand plan. Since the advent of the 7th Astral Era, the leaders of the three nations have been deliberating over an accord that seeks to bring the disparate forces of Eorzea together into a single entity. A realm-wide grand company, if you will. The military might of such an instruction would be drawn from every corner of the land and direct against threats that no single nation could hope to overcome alone. Yet, while the purpose of this hypothesized organization is undisputed, the logistics of its formation have become a source of endless debate. And the longer these discussions continue, the more I sense the impetus towards uninfliction drawing away. Thus have I been campaigning for the creation of what might be considered a trial company. It might be on a much smaller scale than what we hope to eventually achieve, but capable of the same manner of unrestricted operation according to the scions. It is my hope that the successful utilization of such a force will lead momentum to the lagging deliberations. Alas, being a primal military outfit, I mean to assert fears of its misuse by placing a fledgling organization under the authority of the Ascentient. The Scions work tirelessly to protect Eorzea and its people. But as you yourself have witnessed with the refugee revolt, there are limitations to what even we can achieve. With this new company under the Scions' command, however, we will be capable of responding to a wider range of different difficulties without straining our resources or overtaxing our formidable talents. The goals of my proposed organization and those of the Scions are ultimately identical, a point concerned by all concerned. But before I can move forward with establishing this precursor to the true border-spanning grand company, 'tis not yet necessary that I visit the three leaders and gain their official approval. Tiresome and time-consuming task, which is why I would ask that you accompany me to the journey and attend to the business of recruiting our inaugural members while I am otherwise engaged with bureaucratic formalities. Thank you. 'Tis reassuring indeed to know that the Bringer of Light and his discerned eye will be selecting our future allies. Our first destination will be Limsa. Let us rendezvous at Bulkwick Hall. Oh, joy! Recruiting the realm. Alright. Well, there you are. I'm ready to ascend to the bridge and speak with Admiral Brofuswin. The Admiral and I are finalizing missionary boundaries and signed parchments. I would have you begin the recruitment process in earnest. I have, of course, endeavored to spread the word of our organization through various channels, but I believe personal approach will reach many who may otherwise remain ignorant to the opportunity. As for potential members, it is of no matter should they already be pledged to another institution, only that they are willing to lend their strength when the situation demands it. You needn't range into the countryside. The upper decks alone are populated with sufficient candidates to suit our purpose. Once you are satisfied with the recruiting efforts, meet me at the airship ticket counter where we might prepare for the next leg of our journey. Okay, I have no idea how this is going to work, but we'll figure something out. Oh, there we go. Oh, hey, I remember you. Who in bloody hells do you think you're talking to, dear Outlander? I'm a pirate, not some sorry knight in shining plate. If you're looking for a self-righteous flop, try knocking on that Danny Cavalier's door. Yeah, but come on. We could be buddies. We could be pals. We could be lovers. Okay, no. Alrighty tighty 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 toe. Alrighty tighty 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 toe. A precursor of the United Royce and Grand Company. I do admire the scale of your ambition. My responsibility is here now that give me on the forge. I'm trying to keep transfer hither of your own realm. Should you require my skills in armor, however, I might be willing to accept some special combat. So this is the armor guild. Oh. Yeah, the only reason I need to remember these guilds because you guys know me. I'm the kind of guy that loves. Okay, where the? I want out. I want out. I want out. Damn it. I'm someone who collects trophies. Now, granted. If I ever platinum this game, it's not like I'm going to stop playing this game. Of course not, because if they keep expanding it, of course I'm going to keep playing it, because duh. So I will always keep playing this game, even after I platinum it, which will take fucking forever. Because I have to, like, join all of those, like, handcrafting guilds. And do their thing 1,000 times, which is very time consuming. There's a lot of stuff like that. And then, of course, there's like one big mission that's very time consuming too. This is it. I don't for adventure brave enough or daft enough to seek the shortcomings of the Titan's bedchamber. Remember old Raw, do you? Fortunately, all the company heroes. 3 whistles of Bronze Lake. Hey, I ain't often I drag myself me ass to limbs up for a drink. I'm glad I did. How fair are you these days? You looking to put together a new crew? Top tier work. Sounds like a right lark it does. Alright, lad, count me in. The heroes may have gone their separate ways, but I ain't ready to climb into my grave just yet. Sweet. I at least got one. Oh boy. I wish the sprint would either A, last at longer, or B, the timing wouldn't take so long. I understand why, but it sucks. So that reminds me. Okay, I still have quite some room still in my inventory, which is good. Hey, I remember this asshole too. Organization with the freedom to operate within territory of impurity? I must say, your proposal intrigues me. The Krakens well know that there is a time to act and a time to watch. I'm afraid this trial company of yours falls into the latter category. Okay, so you're one to watch. Hey, my old guild master! Not guild master, but the guy who oversees the guild master, I suppose. Master Alphinoon's new organization? Yes, I had heard of the formation of this trial company was offered. It is with regret, however, that I must decline your invitation. As commander of the Yellow Jackets, the protection of Limzo and Menzo must needs receive my full attention. Yeah, that's what I figured. Oh well. Guess there's no quick way to the center. The Oathkeeper. I hope the other ones aren't spread out. Hey, your recruiting went well, I trust. I'm curious as to how my proposal was received by the tough and brave folk of Lunzo and Lunza. Ah, a member of the legendary company of heroes indicated his interest. Astonishing. I knew enlisting your aid was the right choice. Few could boast the inquirers such an elusive character. I proved successful in my task. The Admiral consent to sign all the documents requiring her approval. I can only hope that my visit with the Elder Seatseer proceeds so smoothly. Pray continue on to Grandinia at your own pace. I shall await your arrival at Nopiex Alta. Okay, so he's at the altar, which is by his Conjurer's Guild. Or it is in the Conjurer's Guild. Answer the LSC is due to commence momentarily. I would be grateful if you would once more see to the task of recruitment here in Gridania. As you deem well the potential candidates has run dry, let us rendezvous at the airship ticket counter as before. Well, there's only 4 recruitments here. Okay, so that's not as bad. It's actually somewhat nice, like, kind of going down this memory lane of like, oh yeah, I remember these characters. I remember these characters. Oh gods, could it truly be you? By what fickle fortune must the first face I see upon my release be yours? Huh? Could it be that you don't remember me? It is I, Lethartheus, the man whose crimes you exposed. I was a whaler and a regular patron at Brisarnians. Who? Yes, I remember. Well, of course you do. I'm beginning to wonder if jail had changed me more than I realized. Now that I have any particular wish to be recognized by my shameful conduct. The less said about my past better, I suppose. And what of you, adventurer? What business brings you to these parts of Gridania? Brunette, and what is your policy on reformed convicts? My stance, the wood warriors will have not more to do with me. This may be just the second chance I was looking for. Reverend Stoll, you say. I shall leave at once. You shall not regret this, I promise you. I'm a changed man. Okay, we got a convict, Slim Shady. and possibly bend you over. Come back and watch me smack that all on the floor. Smack that. Give me some more. Smack that till you get sore. Smack that. Oh, whoa, smack that. Grandfather, you must call to it a day. Let us return to the guild and rest ere your tormented back gives up on you for good. Terribly sorry, we're just... Andy! Isn't it? It's been some time since our paths crossed outside of Copper Bell Mines. Well, you were barely more than a novice venturer then. Look how far you've come. Mother Monia tells me 'twas you who felled the fearsome Black Wolf. I know you seek stout-hearted souls to fill the ranks of a new order. Your cause undoubtedly just, and my old companion here would be much revealed to see me in good hands. Yes, I'll do it. This is the very thing I've spent my entire venturing career working towards. So join our company just as soon as we've seen Ilshire safely home. Okay. I don't remember you that well. That's rough, buddy. That's the definition of that's rough, buddy, for him. I really should rewatch Avatar: The Last Airbender. It's been years. Hey, I remember you. You're the butler dude. You would offer this old man a place in your company of champions. I'm both puzzled and honored by your invitation. Pray forgive me, young master, but I cannot accept. I've sworn to abide here for whatever scrap years remain of me, bear responsibility for the evils of my lady who has wrought upon this land. Okay. Yeah, that's the other one, the stone visual. That's the one that, the reason why I haven't done those yet is because of my, item level, which is that number on that 72 corner number. Which, by the way, do I have any better gear? I do not. That is what it is. Like, I think that was low for them, but they're probably at the length now. Tis not often a guild officer such as myself gets recruited, and this company of yours certainly sounds to have some promise, but its duties appear less than focused. I must refuse your invitation until such time as your organization is more organized. Understandable so. I get that, lady. Alrighty. Sure I'm going the right way, which I am. Got two of them. Those two had good reasons to not join. News ended. For my part, the LCC was most amenable to our requirements. From a wood whaler and a seasoned adventurer, the company will not lack for variety, that much is certain. Investing in interest, Jesus Christ, an interesting harvest indeed. Shall we strike into Oldor whilst I am hot? Let's meet at the Royal Promenade and endeavor to conclude our main business. Our journey draws to a close. Meow. Huda, the gilded city, where one's fortunes defines one's worth. I hope some manner of fortune is with us, and this final leg provides as successful as the previous two. My suggest descend to the low level before beginning your recruitment efforts. Do not think the Sultan will take kindly to us poaching from our personal guard. Let's meet back here at the prominent when our respective tasks are complete. Good hunting, Andy. Five of them again. Oh, crap. Well, word. Wait, you're the man who came to Little Almingo looking for that masked devil. Who knows what might have happened if you hadn't? I'd probably be dead, and a whole lot more of my friends besides. We're such fools. Any road, that disaster really got me to thinking about our homeland and about the outsider who saved us from ourselves. Here's how easily I've been manipulated. I vowed to make myself a more worldly man, so here I am. New company of champions, and you say it'll take me to all corners of the realm. Sounds exactly like the opportunity I need. And don't worry, I'm not the same sapling you met in Little Almingo. I've prepared myself to fight the evil I now know is out there. Neat, I actually like that dude. I somewhat remember him. Not by a lot, but I somewhat remember him, so. Ooh, I'm starting to get hungry. Which is good, because I'll be wrapping up the stream here shortly. Oh, what a happy coincidence. You remember me, perchance? I'm Ursurin of the Church St. Adam Lamba. Thank you again for your timely rescue. I must also thank you for preventing that fraudulent priest from preying on Dry Bones' less fortune. Most upsetting business. Are you here with your companion? Thancred, wasn't it? Ah, 'tis new companions you seek then. Proposed organization sounds a powerful force for good, but my place is at the church with the children. Nevertheless, I wish you well in this undertaking. Yeah, I remember you a little bit too. Oh, I guess I should mention this. Not that it really matters, but I have finally beaten Yakuza 3 a few days ago. Yay! And I'll be honest, the Amon fight in that fight was probably one of the easier ones. I think probably the one before it for me was probably Yakuza 0 and Kiwami weren't that bad. And then, of course, I don't want to put, like, a Dragon's Amon in there like it. Especially the one for the true final Millennium Tower. Because that, like, in terms of time-consuming, that one's very time-consuming in order to get ready for. But since the 6 was probably the hardest one for me. 2 was actually somewhat difficult as well. And Judgment. Judgments was... no. Judgments is the hardest one. I completely forgot about Judgments. I'm sorry. You wish to recruit me? Is this some new fashion manner of propositioning a lady? Well, I'm afraid you're wasting your time. This lady is already spoken for. Good day to you, sir. I mean, it wasn't... What guild is this for? Oh, Weaver's Guild. Okay. I don't know if I'd ever join that. Unless I have to join it for a trophy. Which I probably will have to end up doing. You come to tell me the news, soldier? Well, I've already heard it. Seems a would-be savior of Ulda's refugees once and got himself killed. Not by your hand. He was just as much a pawn as the hapless cast-off he sought to deceive, eh? That's not why you're here. You'd be surprised when rumors drift down to Peril Lane. I know of the glorious new company of yours and just how far I'd go to avoid getting involved with it. Whispers on the streets say your organization is funded by corrupt coin, by syndicate money. If you think you're recruiting for a just cause, then you're a bigger fool than I took you for. Am I? I think you're the fool, but whatever. Oh, okay. Not who I expected, but okay. Companion that looks to cure all the ills of the realm entire. Listen, friend, I can scarce bear the complaints of the next stall over, let alone the conundrums of a neighboring nation. Hoping I can at least begin the Dream of Ice sub-story, or whatever you want to call it. Okay, so we have 3 of them left. We have 3 missions left before we start the next one, which is good. It's not. Oh, did not mean to do that. How fare you, Andy? What hidden gems did the state of Ul'dah offer up to your unrelenting gaze? Only one person. A single Alaminian youth. They've certainly given us an admirable start, even if our ranks are yet somewhat thin. These troubled years following the calamity, talk to Erosian's salvation must seek akin to grasping at clouds. There are those who have risen to the challenge nonetheless. And the hope that inspired these people was born as no small pact of the victories you yourself have won. Thank you, Andy. I shall now squander the precious gift you have pledged into me keeping. These recruits become the foundation of a new beginning. Okay. And yes, we are free to begin. As you have no doubt surmised, the Sultan has also graced my trial company with her blessings. Our first wave of recruitment is over. The documents signed and the finances secured. It was not to prevent me from taking the next step. Which is... You're concerned by the syndicate's involvement, as well as was I. 'Twas when was the origin of every coin of their contribution, carefully scrutinized and recorded. This organization will not be built on corruption. Naturally, I would prefer not to rely upon outside source at all, but even my family's substantial coffers could not sustain a venture of this magnitude. And as for the rumors and doubt surrounding this enterprise, well, such things shall plague us until the company has had a chance to prove its worth. It will not be an easy process, but we will earn people's trust on success at a time. One success at a time. Speaking of time, we should waste no more of it. Let's return the rising stones and lay the first stone of the United Erosia. Sure. Oh, okay, we're gonna fly there? Let's actually go to the Golden Saucer.
Tell me, General, what think you of Alfino's bold endeavor?
Bold endeavor.
I think it is more than bold, Your Grace. His organization would pave the way for a united Eorzea. Well do I understand his impatience, since facing the common threat of the Ultima weapon, our nations have seemed farther apart, not closer together. Considering the many problems we face, should we not be glad that someone else is taking the initiative?
We have all pledged our cooperation, yet the grumbling continues behind closed doors. Ul'dah is not alone in her duplicity.
Ul'dah.
I myself have doubts as to the good this organization will achieve.
Of course, because you're all
With the inclusion of the finest soldiers of the 3 grand companies,
shitty.
it promises to be a fearsome military body. But whom will it serve? Even under the watchful gaze of the Scions, it is not unthinkable that such a force could perpetrate a great wrong. Does it not concern you that a significant proportion of its financial backing came from the coffers of the Syndicate? That
Oh
those
God, really?
unprincipled worms might forge this extraordinary gathering of warriors into a private army?
I have trust in the Scions, Your Grace. They have spared us no end of trouble at the hands of the Primals. If they seek reinforcements, I deem it unwise to deny them. As for their finances, full many gave generously. And though our nobles proffered a sizable sum, their coin did not spill from the pockets of Lolorito and his cronies. And what of the presence of our stalwart adventurer friend in this endeavor? I doubt the Warrior of Light would betray our cause.
Yes, there is that, I suppose. Yet I have known people to change. Whether we will or no, the events of the age hurl us this way and that, like a dust devil skipping across the sands.
Like you're changing right now into a major bitch. You know, like who's gonna control this army?
Can that be done about Telechi?
I have explored all avenues available to us, Your Grace. But as Ul'Dan law now stands, we lack the evidence to convict him of any crime. To arrest him on spurious grounds would only play into his hands.
He has all but committed treason, and yet we can do nothing?
It's your rules, dumb bitch.
Then what good our government? What worth the royal house? How deplorable this mockery of justice!
Aww.
Have faith, Your Grace. It is not over.
We'll just kill him. Fuck it. I'll murder his ass. Fuck it. Oh, I thought I was on the boat. Man, I fucking love it when they all just fucking leave me. Everyone always leaves me at the fucking places. Well, I don't think this place even has a place to park airships or whatever the fuck that is. I don't know why I put that on. I mean, it's gonna come back by the time it's over anyway, so. It is not a journey I soon wish to repeat. But I cannot pause to rest. The culmination of all the effort is at hand. I must see to the preparations of the inaugural ceremony. Thank you for allowing me to monopolize your service, Andy. I'm certain the Ascendiant will be relieved to see you free of other duties. Greetings, Andy. Alphenhoon tells me of all the places to begin his trial company. San shall certainly be grateful to have the support of such an organization. The integral ceremony is set to take place here at the Rising Stones. Tutter is cooperating with Alphenhoon to see it all in the readiness, so I'm afraid the recruits themselves have been left to their own devices for the time being. Quite a number of new faces have arrived, Reverend's told of late, and I wonder if Selfborn might not find himself overwhelmed. Would you speak with him to see if there's aught he requires? Sure. Sure, I can do that. I can do that. I can do that. Okay. What can I do for you, Andy? I thought you'd have your hands full helping out with this new arm of the Scions. I barely knows your recruits arrived. It was barely a trinkle compared to the flood of treasure hunters we have passed through here every day. Well, I appreciate your offer to aid. It's more your burden than concerns me. I'm told this trial company will answer directly to the sentence, so I trust that means less work for you in the long run. Southbourne, the shipments, we couldn't. Oh. Gods, woman, what befell? We were bringing the shipment to Reverend's Toll, provisions embarked in the frontier but just as we sought to cross over into Mordaunt, we were set upon by brigands. I believe they may have been heretics. Oh, fuck. There were many, too many. We only escaped with our lives by abandoning this place. Pray forgive us. There's not to be forgiven. Provisions can be replaced, but smart soldiers are hard to find. Take a rest and I'll have someone along to tend to those wounds. What to do? If heretics were involved, then this is like to be more of a case of simple thievery. Ishgard will need to be informed. Where did these supplies originate? House from Temps. We collected the provision from Dragonhead proper. Understood. I shall see what they are apprised of this development. Prize. Ane, were you not on good terms with the Knights of House Fromt? I will be sending them a missive immediately, of course, but I would also have you travel there and offer your considerable talents. Yes, I recognize I contradict my earlier hopes of lightening your load, but I need someone who can help bring this incident to a satisfactory conclusion. Our favorable relations of Ishgard are far too important to risk half measures. Okay. Thank you for your understanding. I'm certain Lord Arafrash will be glad of your assistance. Oh, okay, I know where we're going. Yeah, I remember Camp Dragonhead. Hells yeah. I can quickly go do that one once I get this started. Oh, this is my fine friend, Andy Dole. Would you care for a plate of roast crackeroo, some mulled wine? No, I see you have not come from my hall merely to escape the biting cold. I was, in fact, on the verge of opening an urgent missive from Reverend's Toll. I suspect the time of your arrival is no coincidence. Yeah, when the cold sets in. Is it time for Shiva?
The incident with the new frontier hands? No, you need not elaborate. I have been following their progress with no small amount of interest. Brave men and women all. They do our nation a great service. The existence of a fortified outpost in Mordona will do much to dissuade the Empire from trespassing on Kurth's soil. Right glad am I that you have chosen to lend your support to this endeavor. Never let it be said that House Fortom does not acknowledge the efforts of her allies.
or her debts. 'Twas in the spirit of gratitude that I arranged for sundry supplies to be delivered to Revenant's Toll. That the shipment should chance to be waylaid by heretics is poor fortune indeed. Poor fortune, I say, yet not without precedent. If you would know the truth of it, these incorrigible villains grow more organized with each passing day. This new unity of purpose we attribute to their leader, the Lady Iceheart. But though I have devoted significant resources to the task of identifying this woman, we have yet to learn so much as her birth name. What we do know is that the heretics speak of Iceheart in reverent tones, and would gladly embrace death rather than betray her. Such loyalty is rare indeed, and I fear to imagine what so committed a collective might achieve. The brigands have not yet been so brazen as to risk direct confrontation here in Dragonhead. Some few of their number have, however, been sighted not far to the west of here, and with ever-increasing regularity. A visit to Whitebrim Front may bring you the answers you seek. Will you brave the snows, knowing what implacable foes may lie in wait? Halone's blessings be upon you! Though I take no pride in the admission, many of mine own countrymen are not so well suited as you adventurers to dealing with such foes. Were they dragons, it might be otherwise. But truly, I could not wish for a finer ally. You have done much for my house in the past, and I have no doubt but that I shall have cause to celebrate your deeds again ere long. Should you learn aught of value, pray return to me forthwith. A warm hearth and a warmer welcome shall be waiting for you.
Sounds good to me, dude. I missed my eye. The eyes will have it, even though it wasn't. Well, someone must have completed it then or something. Yeah. Can't do it. I won't do it now. Hi, dude. And is there not you would ask of me? Pray speak plainly. I am a man of action and need no honeyed woods. On the trail of the band of thieving heretics, say, by the fury, but you do seem destined to cross paths with those villains. Must confess, then, 'tis a sad truth that the wilds hereabouts have indeed grown thick within their numbers. They strike swiftly without warning and are canny enough to evade our most able tracks. But 'tis not merely their newfound organization that confounds us. The heretics themselves seem somehow changed. I know not manner of influence this Iceheart wields, but the men we face seem utterly lost in the grasp of righteous venture and unsettling and ununited zeal. Maybe you would care to question one of their recent victims. As fate would have it, your arrival came moments after a traitor was waylaid on the road. A patrol found the unfortunate fellow lying senseless to the snow and carried him to the infirmary. Assuring he has regained the use of his facilities, the merchant might recall some small detail that could aid you in your task. This is just a storage. Wait. Let's be sure. Yeah, this is just the storage room. Tell you what happened? Why, yes, of course. I'm quite recovered enough for that. Anything that would help catch those cowardly Blackhearts. I was traveling with my usual route to Wiper in front when a sudden blow set me reeling. Next thing I knew, I was on the ground. Several heretics were rifling through my cargo. Arms, armor, crystals, they were taking everything. So it was then that one of them noticed my blaring glaze and stalked over to bear acquaint my head with his mace. Before darkness claimed me, however, I distinctly heard the words, "Return to Snowcloak." Just say that is where they were hauling my goods, but we're not. You'll not catch me rushing off in pursuit. They'll tell me twice a miracle I survived at all, and I'll not trust my thick skull to save me a second time. Oh, why do I have the feeling I'll be going into that dungeon that's down there? I hope not. If I do, then I'm definitely going to end the stream. Oh, I might do the Eyes Will Have It if it's available, which it looks like it is. Two, one, and it's done. Fucking hate that you don't get the sprint for that long. Only 20 seconds. Like, that's so not that long. Oh. Yeah, this seems like... Draw your weapon, foul. Wait, I recognize you, adventurer. Here come seeking heretics. And we share common purpose. We were on patrol when we charged across one of their raiding parties and pursued them here. By raids, we should have them cornered in the river, eh? Yet they're gone, vanquished like icy raids. Oh, hi. Pretty lady? There's a woman atop a cliff. Could it be Iceheart herself come to snare at our folly? So where did she disappear? The heretics must have discovered a passage through the frozen wall. It's been a ton that escaped our notice. We have not the man to risk further investigation. So it would be best word to return to Weinberg further and lay our suspicion laid before Lord Delmont. finish this quest. What about Criff? Alrighty. I really want to do one more quest before. Well, we gotta see how this quest ends, and then. And then I'll then I'll decide if I'll do the next quest or not. Like I said, if the quest determines that I have to go into a dungeon or something, then I'm probably gonna hold off. Because I have some other stuff I need to do today, and unfortunately, I can't stream that much longer. You know, I really like to. Like, don't get me wrong. I'd hope like someday I can actually like. The reason why I honestly don't go more than 3 hours sometimes, except of course in Persona I went like 5 hours sometimes, is. And it appeared I owe you my thanks once again. Surviving nights spared no detail in the report. Many found out near Snowcloak were some of my finest, that they should be bested so handily, for I have woefully underestimated the threat that these heretics pose. When understanding my bulk in the notion, I must ask that you put aside your mission and consider the stolen provision lost to us for now. So as be ill-advised, blunder unprepared into what may well be very lair of our enemy. Prepare to the Dragonhead and inform Lord Heretic of your discoveries. He will wish to plan contingencies of his own. As for Iseret and her fantasists, the freezing heights of Snowcloak will not shield them from our justice for long. Okay. Damn, this quest is still going. It's probably been like, returned back to the one place.
Your return is most timely. Of their own accord, my thoughts had turned to your task and the progress thereof. I confess, my imaginings tended toward the grim and bloody.
What is this?
But you are here now, and I suspect such frivolous wonderings do little justice to the reality of your travails. Tell me, what did you learn of Iceheart?
Yeah, we are for sure going to be focusing on Shiva
and
next time.
This transpired at Snowcloak. Of all the highlands, that towering wall has borne the worst of the region's brutal shift in climate. So inhospitable has Snowcloak become that we have still to survey the area in its entirety. Could its frozen heights conceal the heretics' hideaway? Mayhap a more robust reconnaissance effort is in order. Putting such considerations aside for the moment, we still know far too little of this Iceheart. That she is capable of commanding such a band of fanatics bespeaks natural authority, and no small measure of charisma. As much as I would like to fathom this mystery with you, the situation has grown beyond my personal purview. I am bound by duty to inform the Temple Knights and request that they bring this matter to its conclusion.
Okay.
Given the glowing reports the new commander has garnered thus far, I am certain that they can be relied upon to take appropriate action.
I hope so.
Though Iceheart's true identity yet eludes us, you have provided us with a point from which to begin. Sometimes it takes but a single stone to prompt an avalanche. On the matter of the stolen provisions, I have already made arrangements for a second shipment to be sent to Revenant's Toll. I could not well allow such an honorable venture to be undermined by one miserable setback.
Okay. That's nice of you to do, dude. Yeah, see, now it's back to Reverend's Toll. Actually, was there one stream of Final Fantasy 14 I did that was over 4 hours? I honestly don't remember. Undates, it's good to see you return to the Toll. How fared you in the frozen wastes of Korthest? I was Frampus to send a second shipment. I must send thanks to Lord Alphonse for his continued generosity. Even as our town grows in prosperity, I fear it will attract ever greater numbers of those who would do us harm in the name of greed or power. All of us, Alphonse's new recruits included, must remain vigilant against such threats. While you were away in the courthouse, preparations for the inaugural ceremony were all but completed, though Tataru does yet seem somewhat flustered. I've taken enough of your time. Why don't head to the Rising Stone and see your frantic receptionist could do with a hand. Awesome. Okay, so I'll probably end this quest, and this will be the end of the stream for today, guys.
These parchments need to be sorted out, these documents! Why are they even here? Oh, I'm slowly tempted to file out of my waste paper basket. Ah, Handy, certainly. You wish to lend my hand? Splendid. Would you be here and hand these uniforms to the new recruits? They're scattered about Reverend's Toll, and I haven't the time to track them all down. Recruits know to don their garb immediately and assemble here in the Rising Stone. You want to report directly back to Alvinu if you don't wish to miss the ceremony. I wonder if the Sons will ever have matching uniforms. A well-funded organization is a well-dressed organization, I suppose.
8? I don't remember getting 8 people. I remember getting like 5. No, 4. Ah. Oh, well. I don't remember recruiting you. Those who believe this company will see no riches as short-sighted fools. They give themselves an investment in the future. This is my sign of the news. My fellows here, but I admit I have no idea what we're supposed to do. Ah, uniforms. I'm reminded my introduction to the wood dwellers. Okay, how I get up there will be over here. Oh, that definitely must have gotten like people from at least one from each of the companies too. Oh, damn it. Here we go. Okay, let's go, Alfenhund. Yes, Andy. Tetra mentioned you were handing out the uniforms. I assume you've now met the rest of the recruits? Some few answered the call to arms I put forth through the establishment of grand companies and such. We are not yet an army, but there is much small corps of elite warriors, Kin Chief. Did I mention I thought of the name of the company? It is my hope that it shall soon be known across the breadth of Eorzea. The moment of truth draws near, Andy. Once the last of the recruits have gathered, I shall make an official announcement. Please be voiced.
Comrades,
there we go.
Your presence here this day signifies the momentous choice that each of you has made. With your strength now pledged to the scions of the Seventh Dome, you are beholden to no single nation. You stand as the vanguard for a united Eorzea. From this moment forth, I declare you Crystal Braves. Let us mend this fractured realm and face our enemies as one.
That name sucks. I'm kidding. It's not the greatest, but it's not the worst.
Their primals, or the conflict in Carteneau, it is plain that the nations of Eorzea cannot solve the problems which plague the realm. Thus does it fall to some few heroic souls to succeed where they have failed. Come, take your place at the Scion's side as guardians of Eorzea, and together we shall fight for the freedom of all! For the freedom of all!
A rousing speech, Alphino. Or should I say, Crystal Brave Commander Leveilleur?
Please, Antecedent. The title is honorary. I shall not be leading the troops into battle, as it were. We are of the same purpose. Let us join hands and do what must be done to save this land.
The Scions stand ready.
Cool, yeah.
I'm eager to see what the Crystal Braves might accomplish. This shall prove an interesting time indeed for the Scions.
Indeed.
Yes, I'm listening. So our worst fears are confirmed. The entire Isle. Such power defies comprehension. Truly? Kryl is alive? Thank the 12.
Oh, only Kryl? Everyone else is fucking dead? Oh, who cares?
Pray, inform me if her condition changes. Yes, I shall pass on your words to Urianger. My thanks. I shall contact you anon. When I learned of the loss of the Isle of Val, I dared not hope that my friend had survived. Yet, by some miracle, it would seem she has. She's still to regain consciousness, it is true, but better that than death.
Like everyone else there who is
Putting this
fucking
happy
dead.
news to one side, we must now endeavor to make sense of the readings taken by the survey party. It appears the etheric disturbance which accompanied the Isle's destruction is of a magnitude alarmingly close to that of Ultima. Could the Ascians be responsible for this devastation as well?
It can't be Omega.
I wonder. Have you heard aught from the Mother Crystal since the battle with the Garleans?
No.
Then she speaks to neither one of us. Heidel's silence portends naught but ill, I fear. Louisoix, I pray you yet watch over us.
Alrighty. Oh, I can't take any of these, huh? Goldsmith, Weaver. Oh, that's a level to repair them. I don't know what any of those things mean, I'll be honest. So actually... Hold on. Oh, seriously? They're gonna play the cutscene again, motherfucker?
I'm
Nice. Yes. No.
Yes, I'm listening.
That's kind of stupid. I think I have... Let me just be sure. Yeah, the ACN. Okay, yeah. Okay. So that's the one I'm gonna get is the one with the ACN.
I'm eager to see what the Crystal Brave might accomplish. This shall prove an interesting time.
It's the coldness. Very good. Seeing that the provisions are prepared for transport, let us hope that this shipment is spared of fate of the last. The winds are uncommon fierce this day. So yeah, so now we have like 3 more little stories before we even in Heaven's Sword, so... The fuck are you? The fuck are you? Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Well, okay then. Whoop, whoop. Traitor in the Mist. Oh, great. That's lovely. Alrighty, guys. That is going to do it for this stream of Final Fantasy XIV. Whoo, boy. That was some good stuff that happened. But, yeah, obviously, I'm going to do some stuff off screen. At least I want to. I want to try to do some stuff off screen. Like I said, I wanted to do this Embracing the Beast off screen. So I want to do that one for sure, because that would be very helpful. Probably to get that all done, so I can learn about my crystal theme about more, and maybe something else off screen. But anyway, guys, thank you all so much for watching this stream. Whether they watch it live, they're archived here on YouTube. Thank you so much. I hope you guys enjoy the Maiden demo that I played out. I hope you guys enjoyed that video, and I hope you guys enjoy the new LP. It's one that I'm very excited for in many, many ways, so thank you. All right, guys, thank you all so much for watching. I'll be back on Wednesday. That's right, I'm going to try my best to be back on Wednesday for Final Fantasy XIV. Thank you all again for watching, and I'll see you guys on Wednesday for more 14. Bye.